Hey, Lee Main Prize from the Have It All Way, and I want to talk today about identity diversification. Now, when anything falls apart in our life, what tends to happen is we're able to cope with that better, challenges in our life, if our life is more balanced and we have our self-worth is gained from lots of different areas to support us. So let's say if life we've got 4 areas or 5 areas: you're a husband, you're a father, you're a friend, you're a businessman, and so on and so forth. All these areas and roles are where you can gain value, but it's where you choose to invest emotionally is where you're going to get your self-worth. And there's a great story regarding Anthony Robbins and a live event he did where in front of thousands of people, a guy basically admitted that he wanted to commit suicide. And the reason why was because he had been middle-aged, ultra successful, made millions of dollars, and he had experienced failure, complete crash during the financial meltdown. And what he wanted to do was, he wanted to not be around, he wanted to be dead so that his family could claim on the insurance and that would pay out and they would be financially stable. He had a son, so he felt it was better for his family to be financially stable than it was for his son to not have a father around, because he put all his self-worth in his net worth. That was his job. He was the provider. That was the only thing he did. And when that fell apart, his life fell apart. He felt worthless and felt like he wasn't best being serving and being around. So I think there's an amazing lesson for us all, is to make sure that we don't put all our eggs into one basket. Make sure that we're investing across all areas of our lives, not just in our relationship with our partner, or typically, like a lot of us entrepreneurs do, is just in our business, because our identity becomes wrapped up in that. And when my life fell apart, I basically attached way too much of my self-worth to my business, because I needed that significance, because I didn't feel good enough. At the time, I didn't know that I didn't feel good enough. I was incredibly driven. And when a lot of that fell apart, in terms of my marriage and other things, I didn't have a lot of the other areas of my life that I could pull from for self-worth, which would have given me a much better foundation. So invariably, if something does come up in your life and something does happen that's negative or bad, then you've got all these other areas of your life where you've got that self-worth, which is going to help you to be able to overcome that challenge, and not make it so difficult, like a lot of areas in my life. I remember when I had a 3-year bad period, nearly went to prison for a crime I didn't commit, divorce, setting up 2 new businesses, struggling with anxiety, bankruptcy notice, and then I'd met this girl and I'd had this whirlwind relationship, and I was on such a high with it that coming in from a low and feeling not very confident and down with all these things, I went on such a high, but that relationship ended up being quite toxic and I needed to get out of that. But I really struggled because because previously I was paying the price, because I'd invested far too much of my self-worth in my success. So when that ended and I had a feeling of feeling good, I became too attached to that, and found it difficult to let go and overcome that relationship, because getting out of it was absolutely the right thing to do. So it's absolutely important that we're all able to diversify our identity and build our self-worth from lots of different areas, rather than just being that one-dimensional person. Please share this post, give me a comment, and let's keep spreading the good vibes for helping people to live a better life.